in Dubai. We've just closed out the first ever UAE Women in Payment Symposium. Kristy, Duncan, founder and CEO. I mean, goodness me, what an event. Reflections.
So exciting. It was so exciting. I absolutely loved the engagement, the excitement, the enthusiasm. It was such a fabulously engaged crowd that we had today, and they were all right into it and asking lots of questions and learning and connecting and networking. It was absolutely fabulous.
And having the feedback and the support from the region. I mean, just look at I don't know whether you see the board behind me, but the brands that have stepped up. I mean, they do generally for you around the world. I mean, you've got some amazing sponsors, but also in the region, a real sense of this is exactly what our grassroots talent needs. And also thinking about the international connectivity of women in payments and what that could bring. But when we get into what we talked about today, what particularly surprised you?
What I loved about it was the engagement, and you're right. We've got the global community, and now we're starting to build in to connect all the local community. And what surprised me was how engaged, how curious they were, how excited they were. It was wonderful to see as we went around the room asking questions after our first keynote. And there was such engagement, so many questions, and it really follows on to what I've understood about this region is that women in payments is kind of the first of its kind here in this market. So it's lovely to be able to be here to meet needs, to help women have tools and build networks to build their careers in this really fascinating and dynamic region.
And some of the topics today sort of touched on AI in the future of work, and also we talked about regulation and digital identity sort of empowering the future of payments. What always really strikes me is that while we're talking about automation, we're talking about AI, we're talking about technology, the power of coming together face to face, listening from keynotes on the stage, imparting their wisdom and giving people tools and techniques is so powerful. What's next on your global tour with the symposium?
Well, there's always something on the horizon, and we go around the world of payments, as I say, doing these kinds of things both on a grand scale like this as well as smaller networking events. Next week we're going to be in Sydney for our 11th Australian symposium, which is really exciting, and the registrations are still coming in even at the last minute. So we're really delighted to be engaging with them, and it's always such a tight-knit, enthusiastic community in Australia. So looking forward to that. And then 2026 is going to be even more exciting expansion and building the community around the world, and giving more back to the community as we continue to engage new sponsors and partners around the world and in each of our new markets.
Well, it's an exciting time. Sydney coming for you. I don't want to get competitive, but we had loads of questions here. So we're both going to be on stage on Thursday, so we're ready for your questions, but also your feedback, because what strikes me is, of course, what the community asks for, Women in Payments listens to, shapes and responds to. So looking forward to next year too. Kristy, Duncan, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.